Hi guys, my name is Kieran Rogers. I am the fitness coach for Pro Coach Yorkshire as well as Yorkshire Cricket College, and obviously looking to help people all the way through this lockdown.
You've not only become Mr. Motivator for every man and a dog through Pro Coach, but specifically the college who you're trying to get ready for the season and when we're allowed to get back to training. So how has it been for you personally having to swap everything from a regular pre-season to online?
I think the focus of it is actually it's been a good challenge, and I think it's something that's quite refreshing. Obviously, players are getting the chance to focus more on the fitness element side of things and kind of putting cricket on the back burner. So bodies are recovering, I would say, more than what they would if guys were having the load of cricket, and then they're still getting the positives and the benefits of doing fitness without having to obviously manage that load with cricket on top of it.
In your opinion, how much is the benefits physical versus the mental benefits as well?
Well, I think obviously physical is the main key element of this, but the mental aspect of doing something physical during this lockdown, it obviously helps us clear our minds. It obviously keeps us nice and active. It keeps our bodies fresh. And obviously it allows us to almost challenge ourselves in an environment where we're isolated and don't have any competition really other than ourselves. And then the people, obviously, when we're getting together for Zoom sessions, we can then help each other out and push each other through that.
How have you've just mentioned there about the challenge, like the personal challenge? It's you versus you. How have the players responded?
From a personal point of view, I think the players have come on board really well. It's been good to see the uptake of the interest levels in fitness and kind of getting that focus done now in lockdown. And it's there again. I think if people are enjoying it, there's always that element of wanting to challenge one another, whether it's parents, whether it's brothers and sisters. So it does create a bit more of a family environment around the products that we have in terms of fitness.
Brilliant, and that'll keep people honest. I'm assuming if that little bit of healthy competition will just keep you honest.
Indeed.
So, what sort of stuff have you been delivering then? How have you been going about it?
So I've tried to keep it as interactive as possible from a fitness element, because I think very often with Zoom calls it can get quite boring if there's not that interactive style to the presentation of the session. So I've had examples running all the time in the background, so guys have something to relate to that they can refer to all the way through the session. It gives a focal point of the session to kind of come back on. We've been making sure that we cover all aspects of the body, so from upper body to lower body. And then I know the college gents are going to be challenged with their core at some point in time as well. So we are trying to make sure that we targeting each part of our body to make sure that we keeping ourselves balanced.
Why do you feel this is so important to offer the players this at this point now in time?
Well, like I said, obviously we're getting the chance now to almost reset, step away from cricket a bit, and allow our bodies to almost take a step forward. Whereas the impact of cricket and fitness together kind of put you a step behind. So it's putting a real focus on our fitness and making sure our fitness levels are right up there. So by the time we get back to cricket, we're performing better than we were before lockdown.
Brilliant. So, given that people may not have the amount of space that we've got when we work at Headingley or the equipment, what have how what are the differences? Have you focused more on body weight? Are people having to use makeshift equipment or use their imaginations a little bit more?
Yeah, I would say it's been interesting to see people get creative with weights, with equipment that they're using. I know I've got quite creative. I've used sauce pots as my weights. I've used disinfectant fluid as my kind of my weights as well. So it's been good to kind of be a bit more creative with sessions, and it's been interesting to see how people get creative and use kind of their imaginations and let them run.
So, best case scenario, how do you see all this just rolling into cricket? Let's say the world opens back up, say mid March, as we hope, and we can get back to training.
Yeah.
Is your plan that everyone will be so physically ready, will actually be more advanced than where we would be without lockdown, allowing us therefore then to focus on the cricket, and performance will be enhanced because people are in a better physical state?
Yeah, I think that's one of the kind of the benefits that I see out of this lockdown is guys, like I've said, and the people that have been doing these fitness sessions is to get away from cricket completely, almost take the focus off cricket and put it all on their fitness and making sure their physical well-being's kept up, and obviously then their mental well-being. And hopefully then that, when we get back, means they're in a better place, both physically and mentally, to perform at optimal levels.
Perfect. Have you been doing anything specific for, say, fast bowlers, or have they been doing anything different to spinners or batters?
At the moment, it's been a general program to obviously cater for the group as a whole. Um, there have been a few requests on either side of sessions to have like programs developed for specific skills. So bowlers obviously focusing on a lot of power and explosive work. Batters there again, power work. So there is the ability for guys to work individually outside of group sessions as well.
Great stuff. So is that something you're going to look to do in the future, to offer specific sessions for the different skill sets in the game?
Most definitely, I think it's beneficial. Like I said, it's this lockdown's kind of been beneficial from the fact that we've been able to focus as a group on just general fitness, and then it's allowed guys to have a look at their own physical fitness and see where they need a bit more focus on it.
So cricket versus just general keeping fit and healthy. The split is quite obvious now as to what people have had to do whilst at home. Moving forward, we've got the new course at college where you don't necessarily need to be a cricketer, but we are offering other health benefits. How are you'll be heading that side of it up? So have you had any thought process as to how you can, what you're going to be doing and how you can do that, and getting rid of the cricket completely and focusing solely on lifestyle?
Yeah, well, I think that brings in the whole nutrition side of things, and it's getting people to think a bit more of a well-being in a total picture. So not just focusing on the physical side of things, but mental, and like I say, they're down to nutrition and diet as well. Because the more we have the holistic picture from the physical well-being point of view, the better off we are going to be as cricketers. And I think that's going to be my main focus, is making sure that we look at the holistic well-being of our cricketers.
So everything that you've been doing, would you say you're helping general athletic movement and ability, so players can just go off and hopefully be better at all sports? Because obviously we encourage players to play more than just cricket. So is everything that you're doing unified across all sports? Would it benefit them?
Yeah, it's coming down to basic movement patterns. So making sure that we're strong in our basic stability, balance, in terms of our power, strength. It's all coming down back to the basics, making sure we cover all those bases, and then it allows us then to refocus then on the cricket side of things, from a bit more of an individual perspective, once that foundation has been put in place.
Good stuff. We've never had this time before to do this, so I'm hoping that people are taking it seriously and will come back stronger, definitely. What are your top three tips for lockdown, mate? If people have to really narrow down what they're doing, what are your top three tips?
Well, top three tips would be to try to stay as active as possible. Obviously, that's a key thing to keep our minds healthy. Diet, because I think that's one thing in lockdown where kind of got a lot more time to focus on your diet. So it's very important that we make sure that we do take a bit more time preparing what we're eating. And then the third one is just getting outside when we are able to, and doing as much as we possibly can to get outside to get fresh air.
Certainly helps clear the mind when you're outside, definitely.
Yeah.
I know that you and Ben have devised a special program for college. Can you just explain to us about a little bit more about the fitness challenges you've been doing, and specifically the test match that you've set up?
Okay, so the test matches, it's an idea that's come from obviously being a cricket college. It kind of focuses guys on, and focuses the students on working hard and being a bit more of a team. and bringing the team element into fitness. So we've had first week, which was our cardio element of the test match. So there were 4 teams throughout our college that we were split up into. And first week, obviously every mile or every 500 meters you did counted as a run. So that there got teams pushing themselves in terms of trying to get as much mileage on their legs as possible, and obviously then benefiting them from the fitness side of things. And then second week, we focused on upper body, so push-ups. There again, bringing another fitness element into it and covering another body part of our body to make sure that we're looking after that. And then we've then gone on to squats, so then lower body as well. So it's just been a focus away from just the full out fitness element to a bit more of a team structure around it to get guys competing and helping each other to achieve the most runs and beat the other teams.
No, that's a good idea. A little bit of competition never hurt. Any standout performances amongst that? Anyone setting a benchmark?
Well, I know the one in week 2 with the push-ups, we had, I think it was one of the lads pushing 300 push-ups out in a day, which was a good effort. On the run, I think the most we've had in a day was a 6-7K run. So there again, putting in a good effort to make sure it covers many kilometers and meters as possible to score runs for the team. And then it's been good to see from the involvement point of view, people getting involved to help their team and doing as much as they possibly can.
You just mentioned some standout individual performances, the press ups and the runs. Is there across the board, who's leading the way in terms of commitment and enthusiasm?
Well, I think the professionalism shown from the girls at Yorkshire College that are involved in the diamond setup, it's been really good to see, kind of taking the lead and showing what it means to be a top professional. So it's been really good from that point of view, in those standout performances from that side.
Have you catered the sessions for, do the females have to be doing anything different to the males at this stage, or is it just general, as you've said before, general prep, and then will they diversify as they become, the season gets closer and we go closer towards their skill sets?
Yeah, I think as season gets closer, we'll diversify and get more into this, the specifics. But the goals are as competitive, if not more, and really pushing the gents in the group to work a bit harder. And that's where, again, I say that professionalism has come through and it's shone. And it's obviously the reason why they're in the diamond setup.
As much as you've adapted the sessions for everyone, it's been engaging. I bet you can't wait to get back to actually face-to-face interactive sessions, can you?
Well, there's nothing better than face-to-face interactive sessions because they're about that personal element again, helping people along, challenging in person. It's always better to have someone by your side pushing you along rather than via an interface like this. So as much as it's a good kind of refocusing for us getting away from cricket, it will be good to get back on court and helping one another in sessions.
Great stuff. Cheers, Kieran. Good luck for the season, mate.
No problem. Thank you, Bryce.